Today shall be a glorious day in history for the lemon people, for we shall finally build our wonder. But first, we must do some resource management. First, as a free action, we'll use drama and music to change one of our mood token into a culture token. Then, for the first action, we'll use bartering to exchange 3 of our food into 2 culture tokens and 1 gold. And we're gonna use monuments to build our wonder at no action cost. So we're going to build the Great Mausoleum, or however the heck you pronounce it. We're going to pay 4 ore, 4 lumber, 3 food, and 5 culture token. And just like that, the first ever wonder is built in the game, and you gain 5 points. After building the wonder for the second action, we're going to get steel weapons. We're going to pay 2 food and 2 gold for this. And for our last final action, we'll move all 4 of our units to attack the metal player city right here. I will declare I'm going to play the siege action card. Play the first round of combat when attacking a city. Roll a die for each of your army units prior to the comeback roll. Your opponent rolls 1 die less on his comeback roll for each hit you make. We shall counter that with our scout card. We will now cancel the effect of your card and take it into our hand. Oh no! This is not good! That's unfortunate, but now I will roll for my army. Here we go. 17, so that's 3 hits, plus 1 hit because I have steel weapons. I shall now roll 4 dice, 3 for my armies, 1 for my fortress. We got 19 plus 2 because we have fanaticism, 21, so that's 4 hits. We both landed 4 hits, but one of my hits will be cancelled by the metal people's fortress, so I only land 3 hits, but those are enough to eliminate all of his army units, and all of my 4 army units I also eliminated. But that's okay, because the whole purpose was to complete my objective cards. I completed Legend immediately after a battle, regardless of outcome, against either a size 5 city or a city of a wonder, and I attacked with an army of 4 units, and the metal city was size 5 city. And I also completed an aggressor. So eliminating at least 2 army units in a battle you started against another player. I eliminated 3, that's more than enough. And in fact, I also completed the Warlord immediately after eliminating at least 3 army units in 1 battle, including barbarians. So 3 objectives completed. And I'm going to play Good Ideas card. Play after defeating an enemy army or capturing a city, including barbarians. Gain 2 idea resources. It is the metal people's turn now. We must fortify this city this turn, so that no other players may take over that city. It's very valuable to us. For our first 2 actions, we'll activate this city twice to collect resources. For the first activation, we'll collect 2 ores and 1 lumber. For the second activation, we'll collect 2 ores and 1 food. And because we activated the city twice, the city is now no longer happy, just neutral. And as our third action, we'll activate our glorious city right here and use 4 ore and 4 food to build our army units to defend the city. Finally, we'll use 1 culture token to use art and sculptures to make cultural influence at no action cost. We must roll a die and will be a success on 4 or higher because of our conversion technology. Here we go. 6. It is a success. And because of our conversion technology, we also get 1 culture token back. We shall now influence the lemon people's temple right here because they really annoy us. Wow, there's so many things we can do this turn. I don't even know where to begin. But I think this turn our main objective is to capture the metal player's glorious city this turn, because that's a 5 points difference. If I capture that city, I gain 5 points and they lose 5 points. We're gonna do that. But first thing first, I have some trade routes. I have 3 ships right here and a settler right here, and there's plenty of happy cities around. So, and also because I have currency, so I get 4 gold coins from that. For my first action, I'm going to go ahead and spend a gold and an idea to get taxation events. So this helps us to complete an objective. And because I have free education, I get 1 mood token back. For my second action, we're going to activate this city right here. And we're gonna spend 2 gold and 2 food to get 2 army units. And because of my nationalism, I get 1 mood token back for building that 1 army unit. And as my third action, we're going to move all 4 of these units onto our ships. Each ship can contain 2 units, and I have 3 ships, so that's fine. And then within the same movement, we're gonna move everything here to that next space right here. Too messy. So basically, we're attacking the yellow player's ship. I'm not going to play any action cards. I do not plan to play any action cards either. So I have 3 ships, so I'm gonna roll 3 dice. So that's only 1 hit, because it's a 9. And I shall roll 1 die for my 1 ship. And it's a hit. So I got 1 hit, and the lemon people got 1 hit, which is cancelled by my warship. And now my ships can no longer move because it just had a battle. However, my armies can still move. And I'm going to spend 2 mood tokens to use my absolute power to take an extra action this turn. I'm gonna move all 4 of my army units to attack the blue player's city right here. And I'm going to play an action card, Tactical Surprise. If I score at least 1 hit, I can score another. And we shall play an action card as well. We call it Defiant Stand. If you are the defender, +1 CV to your combat roll for each enemy unit. So we will have +4 because there's 4 attacking green players. So I will now roll for my armies. Here we go. Oh, okay. So that's 12, so 2 hits. And because of my combat card, I get another hit. So that's 3 hits. And because of my steel weapons, that's another hit. So it's a total of 4 hits. And now I'm going to spend 2 lumber to cancel the metal army's fortress ability to attack. So now they only roll 4 dice just like me. Okay, we shall roll 4 dice for each of our armies. Oh, I must reroll this die, it's caught. 2, so that's 11, +4 from the combat card, and +2 because of who have fanaticism. Let me compute this. 7, 9, 11, +2 +4 17, so 3 hits. Now I scored 4 hits, but one of the hits will be cancelled by the fortress, so it's only 3 hits instead. And the metal people scored 3 hits. One of the hits will be cancelled because of warships, so only 2 hits went through. And now we continue to the second round of combat. I don't plan to play an action card during this round, but we shall play an action card. We're gonna play high ground. Your rolls of 6 may be rolled again and added to the result. Each die may only be rerolled once, cannot be used when you attack cities. Here's to hope we can eliminate both armies at once. So I will now roll 2 dice for my 2 remaining armies. Here we go. So 6, that's 1 hit. And we shall roll our die. Ooh, a 6. So that's 1 hit, and we can re-roll it again. 4, so it's a 10, so 2 hits. I scored 1 hit, so the metal player's army is gone. But the metal player actually scored 2 hits against me, so both of my armies are gone as well. I cannot believe how lucky the metal player got. He rolled a 6 when he needed the most. Otherwise, I would have been able to overtake that army, size 5 city this round. Unbelievable. I'm gonna have to try it again next turn.
This is our opportunity. The green player is so fixated on getting the metal player's city right there. So we will use this opportunity to take back our original city. First, we will use our collect action by activating this city, and it does not cost us an action because of economic liberty. We will collect 3 lumber and 1 ore. And because we have public education, we get 1 idea resource as well. For the first actual action, we're going to use 2 ore and 2 food to activate this city and build 2 more army units. The second action, we're going to move our units. We're gonna attack that city right here and start a combat. And we're also gonna use this army right here to attack the barbarian. We may move this 1 unit here depending on the outcome of this battle. I'm going to play this combat card, Archers. Roll a die for each of your units prior to combat roll. If you score at least 1 hit, your opponent removes 1 unit before making his combat roll.
And I don't plan to play any combat card myself.
So let's now roll for the 4 armies I have for my combat card. So that's definitely a hit. So the green player will remove 1 army unit. Both me and the green player have steel weapons, so the bonus doesn't apply. I will now pay 2 gold and 2 lumber to use my siegecraft to cancel the green player's fortress abilities. And now we roll 4 dice for the actual combat. So that is 18, so 3 hits.
Okay, now I roll 2 dice for my 2 remaining armies. 7, so that's 1 hit.
Since the city was already angry when I attacked it, I don't get any gold as a reward for winning and capturing the city. And the green player does not get a free settlers either. And now let's resolve the battle between my army and the barbarians. And since I have steel weapons, I already have 1 hit for sure. I'm gonna roll for the barbarians to see if they land a hit against our army. Yes, they do, so our army is eliminated. So both of these units are eliminated. And because I eliminated all the barbarians that are defending the barbarian settlement, we actually captured it. It is just not happy. And for my move action, I can still move 1 more unit, and I will move this one to here. I also completed an objective card as well. Immediately after capturing another player's defended city, meaning a city with an army and or fortress. And for my last action, we're going to use taxation. And right now I have 6 cities, so I get 6 gold pieces. And that will end my turn.
For the Lemon People's first action, we're going to activate this city to collect some resources. We'll collect 1 lumber, 1 ore, and 2 food. And then we're gonna do some researches. We're going to spend 2 food to get state religion defense. And we increase our happiness level by 1. And we also get a mood token as well. And we're going to use drama and music to exchange 1 mood token for 1 culture token. And we're also gonna play an action card. Idea synergy. Get 2 idea resources after I get an advance. So I will now get 2 ideas. And I'm going to use the idea right away as my third action to get dogma. And because it's my first government and I have the writing advance, I get to draw 1 action and 1 objective card. We're going to use our art and sculptures by paying 1 culture token and use a cultural influence action at no action cost. So let's roll for it. We need a 5 or 6 to succeed. It was a fail. The meadow people is under attack. We must strengthen our defense in our glorious city so that the other players don't take it. We will activate this city twice to collect resources. The first activation will collect 1 ore and 2 food. Second activation will collect 1 ore, 1 food, and 1 lumber. And this city is no longer happy. For our final action, we're gonna spend 3 ores and 3 food to make 3 army units. And finally, we'll spend 1 culture token to use our art and sculptures to try to influence this city right here. We will need a row of 4 or more to succeed because of our conversion advance. Excellent. We now get 1 culture token back because of our conversion. This port now belongs to us. Okay, the last turn didn't go so well for the green player. So I'm gonna spend this turn focusing on gathering a lot of resources. And so that in the final turn of this round, I'm gonna launch an all-out attack against the meadow people. And also I'm gonna try to do some research to complete some of my objectives. So for my first action, we're going to activate this city to collect 1 moon token from the port, 1 food, 1 ore, and 1 lumber. And for the second action, we're going to activate this other city, again to collect 1 moon token from the port, 1 ore, and 1 lumber. And for this activation, because I have public education, I also get 1 idea resource as well. And now we're gonna spend 1 idea and 1 gold to get arts and sculptures right here. So we're gonna increase the culture level by 1 and get 1 culture token. And also because I have free education, I get 1 moon token as well. And I'm going to pay 2 moon token to use my absolute power to get an extra turn. And oh, by the way, I have trade routes and currency at the beginning of my turn. So I should have gotten 4 gold because I had 3 ships and 1 settler. So let's do that right now. So 4 gold from that. And as my last action from absolute power, I'm going to spend 1 food and 1 gold to get another advance. And this one will be, let's see, myth. Myth right here. This one right here. And we're gonna increase the happiness level by 1 again. And we're gonna get another moon token right there.
We will now strengthen our defense. As a first free action, we'll activate this city to collect resources because of our economic liberty. We will collect 1 ore, 2 food, and 1 lumber. And because of public education and we have an academy, we'll also get 1 idea resource. So for the actual first action, we're going to spend 3 gold and activate this city right here to build a port. And for the second action, we're going to use taxation to collect 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 gold. But we can only have a maximum of 8 gold, so that's that. And as the last action, we're going to activate the same city right here again, and we're gonna build 4 army units using 2 food, 1 ore, and 3 gold. No, 5 gold, sorry. And this city is no longer happy because it's been activated twice. Now I'm going to use voting by paying 1 Mu token to do a civic improvement action at no action cost. I'm going to improve the mood of this city right here by spending another 3 tokens. So now this is neutral.
It is the final turn of the entire game. Let's make it count. For our first action, we're going to activate this city to collect 2 food, 1 lumber, and 1 ore. And then we're going to activate this city to build a temple. But because of my great mausoleum, when I build a temple, it does not activate the city. And because of my state religion, I don't need to pay the food cost. I just need to pay the ore and the lumber. And also because of dogma, I can get a free theocracy events. So now as my final action, I'm gonna activate this city right now, and I'm gonna spend an ore, a lumber, and a food to build a fortress. And when I get a temple, I also get 1 culture token. So for the free theocracy events, we're going to get devotion, so that the blue player will have a more difficult time to do cultural influence against us. And now I'm going to use art and sculptures by paying 1 culture token to make a cultural influence. We'll use this city right here to influence our own fortress to get it back. We will need a roll of 5 or higher. It is a success, and our fortress belongs to ours once more. We will continue to strengthen the defense of this city right here. We will use 2 ideas as a first action, and we will get the draft events. We increase the culture level by 1 and get 1 culture token. And we're going to use the draft ability right away by spending 1 Mu token to build 1 army unit. And as our third action, we'll use cultural influence to influence the fortress right here. Because of our conversion technology, we need a roll of 4 or more to succeed. 4, it is a success. This fortress shall be under our metal influence. Okay, so first thing first, because I have trade routes and currency, I get 4 gold coins right off the bat. And for my first action, we're going to use 2 gold to do research. We're gonna go ahead and get mathematics. And with that, we increase our culture level by 1. And we get a culture token, and we also draw an event card. And we got the Great Engineer. The first player to pay 1 culture token on his turn may, as an action, both get a free construction event and increase the size of a city without activating it, although other restriction rules and resource costs still apply. Not very useful for me right now, but we do have to put a new barbarian right here. And because of my free education, I use 2 gold to get the event, so I get 1 Mu token back as well. We're gonna put the barbarian settlement 2 spaces away from this city right here. So we're gonna put it all the way over there. And we're gonna put 2 barbarian units there as well. There we go. Not likely gonna do anything, but that's okay. And for my second action, let's see what I'm gonna do. We're going to activate this city to build some ships and armies. Right there. And because of my nationalism, I get a Mu token back as well. And as my third action, actually, I'm gonna go ahead and pay 2 more Mu token to use absolute power. So I have 2 more actions to go. For my first action, I'm going to move all my 3 units onto the, sorry, I can only move 2, not 3, because each ship can only take 2. And for the second movement of the move action, because I have cartography, I can move around the board to the next sea space right here. And I still have 1 more move action. I'm just gonna move all these ships back to here. Leave that one over there. All right. And as my final action of the game, I'm going to move this ship, and again, sorry, not cartography, because of navigation, we can move around the board to the next sea space right here. And we're gonna move these 2 units into the blue player's temple right there to attack it. And since there's nobody there to defend it, I capture the city automatically. And also the city becomes angry. And because the metal player have fanaticism, and technically a battle did take place, so they get a free army unit.
For my very last turn of the game, I'm going to activate this city to collect some resources for free because of my economic liberty. We're going to collect 1 gold from the port, 1 ore, and 1 lumber. And for my actual first action, we're going to activate this city to increase the city size. And we're going to build an academy. And second action, we're going to activate this city right here, again, to build another academy. And we get 4 idea resources in total from doing that. And as my final action, we're going to spend 2 ideas to get a new events. Free education. Increase Mu level by 1, and we also get 1 Mu token back. And that's all my actions.
For this status phase, the fire player completed the enlightened objective, where he has all 4 education advances. And the lemon people finally completed the diverse, which they have each type of city piece on the board. That's not under the influence of the metal player, or any other player for that matter. The metal people did not complete any objective. And we completed the merchant objective, where we have all 4 economics advances. And we also have balance. We have advances in all advanced categories. So let's count the final score for each player. The fire player has 6 objectives completed for 12 points and 18 events, so that's 9 points for a total of 21 points. The lemon people also have 6 objectives completed for a total of 12 points, plus 5 from the wonder, so that's 17 points. And they also have 20 advances, so that's 10 more points, for a total of, that's how much? That's 27 points. The metal player has 4 objectives, so that's 8 points. And they also have, let's see, the metal player has 19 events, so that is 9.5 points. So for a total of 17.5 points. And finally, we also have 6 objectives for 12 points. And we have 25 advances for 12.5 points. That's 24, so the total for now is 24.5 points. So now it just comes down to how many city pieces we each have. So for the red player, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 pieces. So 12 plus 21 is a grand total of 33 points for the red player. For the lemon people, they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So plus 27 for a grand total of 37 points. Wow. And for the metal people, they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 points. So plus 17.5 for a grand total of 31.5. And for us, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 city pieces. So plus 24.5 is 32.5. So the winner of this game is the lemon people with 37 points, followed by the fire people with 33, and the green 32.5, and the blue 31.5. Alright, that's it. That's the entire game. And I really hope that you guys enjoyed it and also learned to understand the rules a little bit more and understand how this game works and how much fun it can be for you and your gamer friends. So I hope you will join me when I do my next playthrough of either this game again or another game. I'm not sure yet. But hopefully I will see you again next time as well. Alright, thank you guys and have a great day.